booking meetings fully automated for Hector, and it's really good to have you here, man, today.
Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that, man. This model has been absolutely insane. I hope you know that.
Thanks. Appreciate it. And let's just show the meetings. The good thing about this is it's being done fully automated, and it's doing all the qualification, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So my agents don't even have to pick up the phone and call nobody. The model is doing it itself. It sounds like a real person. These agents are getting over 30 to 50 booked appointments every single month, and they don't even have to pick up the phone.
All they have to do is check the calendar, and you're doing it for quite a number of clients. Like you're doing it literally for everyone.
Yeah. So all of my clients right now, they have it installed. We're a full AI agency, so everybody that comes in gets the model. So we want to make sure that the agent gets their time back, because I was an agent as well before I started the marketing agency. So I know exactly everything that the agents go through in terms of having to dial 300 dials a day, people not showing up, or just struggling in terms of getting appointments. So this model has taken out all of like the groundwork that agents have to do.
Yeah. So I'm gonna show the model initially, then we can break it down like how it works. So guys, the model basically calls everyone in every one of Hector's clients right after you run their ads, correct? So after
Correct.
one comes through the form, the AI starts dialing them and qualifies them, does the booking, everything, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. And just for the purpose of, all right, guys, so we're gonna start making the calls for Hector, and this is exactly how his customer journey looks like, right? They come through your form and they submit.
Yeah. Yeah, we built out a form kind of like this. It's more of like a survey, but we do Facebook forms and surveys, and then also one-time passwords. So it
Mhm.
just depends, but they all trigger off the same thing.
Okay. So I'm receiving the call from the AI. Hey, what's up? Is it audible? Who's
No, I
this?
can't hear.
Hi, is this Armand?
Yeah, it's Arman. Who's this?
Hi, Armand. This is Sarah. I'm calling about the life insurance request you just submitted on social media.
Okay, I'm doing well. Thanks for asking.
Perfect. My job today is simple. It's just to connect you with my senior representative to go over the information.
Okay, sounds good.
Are you available now to talk with?
Nope, I'm not available now. Could we do it for let me check, for maybe Wednesday or Thursday?
No problem. I can schedule an appointment with my senior representative to go over some information with you.
Okay, so let's do it Wednesday. Wednesday, maybe at around 1 p.m.
Actually, I can only schedule appointments for today or tomorrow. Would tomorrow work better for you?
Today or tomorrow. So what if I cannot do it today or tomorrow?
I understand, but my schedule only allows me to book for today or tomorrow at this time. Would you
Okay,
prefer morning
so let's do
or
9 a.m. Tuesday morning.
I can only schedule appointments for today or
All
tomorrow.
right, you're really pushing it here, but anyway, let me check. Do it at 3:30 to 4 o'clock tomorrow, Monday.
I can only schedule appointments at the top of the hour. Would you prefer morning or afternoon?
Afternoon,
10 a.m. or 1 p.m.
1 p.m. Or better yet, yeah, 1 p.m. is okay.
Awesome. I have you scheduled in for 1 p.m. tomorrow, and my senior representative will give you a call. It only takes about 10 minutes to go over the information, so please just be by your phone at that time.
All right.
Thank you. And have a great day. Thank you, Armin. Have a great day.
Sounds good. Bye-bye.
So we set it like that to not book too far out, simply being because it has to stay fresh in the mind of our
Yeah.
leads. right? We don't
Okay.
want it too far out.
You're not allowing anything like on Tuesday or Wednesday.
No, so like it can't be more than 2 days out. It can't be more than today or tomorrow out, if that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah. And it's gonna do the booking now fully automated. Let's see. I put my email. Did you configure? I think you have email follow-ups as well.
Yeah, it should come in.
Yeah, I just received an email, guys, from Hector's client. I don't know if you can see it, which is automated. So this is like an email. Can you see the
Yeah, the confirmation of the appointment.
Yeah, confirmation of the appointment. So you have a meeting, and it's showing like for Dubai time, since I'm in Dubai, 9 p.m. on August 26th. And yeah, pretty easy. So how
Yeah, and it's good. Like the model is very good. So like I said, we don't let it schedule out too far. We don't let it schedule out of certain hours unless the client wants us to. But overall, the model does a very, very good job of scheduling appointments.
only 9 to 5, and you know, we had to change the setting right now to call on Sunday because it doesn't call on Sunday. It doesn't disturb people.
Yeah, it doesn't call on Sunday. It calls on Saturday, but not Sunday.
Yeah. And you've I think you've played around like with a lot of AI solutions. Now, about the one model that we have now, as you can see, what would you say the main difference is?
Well, first of all, we've built out multiple. I've built out multiple models, right? I'm not like new to the game or nothing like that. But if you just take a look at just this model right here, it's very, very in depth. And if you were go ahead and click on Make for us, you can see that it's not just built off of GoHighLevel. It's built off of different stuff. It triggers off of different things. It actually texts the lead too if they don't answer, because sometimes leads don't answer. Like just the ratio of leads to pickup rate just regularly is about 30 to 40%. But when you have a model that calls 3 times at breakfast, 3 times at lunch, 3 times at dinner, and if they don't answer within those times, it texts them 1 time every single third call. So it's getting multiple touch points, and it's
Yeah.
calling right. You guys seen how fast it called? It called within 5 seconds, not even. So we know the person's on it. And the thing is also, Armand, to answer your question, the latency or the response time is super, super fast. And it sounds like a real human being. So, I mean, people are, I'm not going to say confused, but they're definitely sold on the fact that they're talking to a real human being.
Yeah, yeah. And you know, like it has all the functions, like the ones that we built, for example, AI caller, transcript, SMS follow-up, and there's no human even on the SMS part. That's the beauty, I would say.
Yeah, and so the way that it's built off as you see, it's built off of ChatGPT. So people ask questions for our model essentially. If they ask any type of questions about an insurance policy, how much it costs, things like that, it always refers them back to scheduling an appointment, right? It always says it goes into a little bit of depth. Like every policy is different, everybody's situation is different. But what we recommend is at least schedule an appointment with our senior representative so he or she can go over the information with you. And then it asks them, would morning or afternoon be best for you today or tomorrow? And then they schedule the appointment completely automated. Like you don't have to worry about calling these people. You only call them on their appointment times.
Yeah, yeah. And I would say one of the systems, one of the reasons that this system is like perfect is because of your own background. I mean, you are an insurance agent, and you've kind of like, you know, like it took us a long time, like both of us, to go through the entire thing. You actually like trained the model.
Yeah, so training it yourself is probably the best thing. A lot of people jump into niches and they don't know what it is. But my background, I sold insurance as well. I know exactly what people go through, like scheduling appointments to show up to people's houses, scheduling appointments to call people on Zoom. One call closes. Like the model is trained dependent on every single agent. So if an agent wants to go in home, well, guess what? Our ads are targeted in home, and our AI dialer is calling to schedule appointments so our agent can go to in home. If the agent wants to run it off of Zoom, well, it sends the lead, the Zoom link, and everything, right? Or just
Yeah.
it sends notification for the phone calls. But the background, it helps out tremendously because I actually went in and trained the full model in terms of the text messages and the calls.
Hmm. Yeah. And it's pretty good, like all. And by the way, you know, the model also does qualification. So every prospect and every client of yours is getting like fully qualified leads.
Yeah, so ask them questions. The hardest part is getting people qualified for like insurance policies too. So it asks them questions depending on their health issues through the text messages, and ultimately you have to get leads engaged. So the way we built it out is to engage with the leads, ask them certain questions. If they don't answer, revive the leads.
Yeah.
And not only that, Armand, I think the best part about what we did too is insurance agents are used to buying leads as well, right? So they get a full list. So they get lists of leads. There's agents that have 10,000 leads, right? Well, we built out a model where you upload the leads and it can call all 10,000 leads within the same hour and revive old leads. That's the best part about this. Like, no lead is a dead lead. The AI agent revives all of them.
Yeah. And the good part, of course, this took time, you know, on building. It was a long journey. On the callbacks, I'm pretty sure no one else in the market has the callbacks. And guys, you can see that this AI model here has up to 10 callbacks. Like if the client does not pick up, the AI starts calling them like 10 times, and it's in the span of like 5 days.
Yeah.
Plus SMS follow-ups.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
That's
it
the
works
best
nine
part.
to five. Yeah, best part. And because you know 80% of the leads are closed on the fifth and sixth follow-up, and no one even bothers to call. Like they have a first caller maybe, but the system, for example, we built here is perfect. And
Yeah.
all with your creativity and your methods, like for the follow-up sequence on SMS. And Hector like has trained a full AI model. I don't know, like sometimes it just does better than actual AI agents, like actual real humans on the GPT that you've trained.
Yeah, so just a quick experience too. So I used to have when I sold insurance, I used to have dialers in the Philippines, right? And so the hardest part, of course, was the language barrier. Of course, there's people out there, don't get me wrong, that speak perfect English. But there is certain lingos that is hard to catch up on, or like the way people talk to them, or handling objections is very tough for them. But the way the model is built is I built it off of what I know and how many dials I've had. I've had over thousands of presentations myself. I sold a lot of insurance, and we built it directly off the knowledge that we know. But what I'm getting at is ultimately this model here is probably better than even having an overseas dialer and
Yeah,
it's cheaper.
better accent, and you know, one of the things, for example, we have on the timeline is adding other languages, Spanish, or like I don't know what are the languages that are used most, like for your use case, but overall, you're you're doing like a multilingual assistant.
Yeah, so there's an untapped market as well for the Spanish. We run leads for Spanish leads as well. The AI agent is fully bilingual, and you don't
Yeah,
have to go and outsource it to something. And so that's what's crazy here. It's like it's a click of a button that makes it
yeah,
bilingual. Click of a
yeah.
button.
And different voices, different accents,
Yeah.
and for example, the meeting booked. You know, you have a meeting booked, nurturing as well. So whenever a client is coming in and their meeting is booked, they're gonna get multiple reminders, and the AI calls them 30 minutes before the actual meeting to remind them that you have a meeting. So the agent like makes sure that their prospect is actually showing up, and they can just reschedule with the AI. Like I would like to move my appointment from 9 a.m. maybe to 12 p.m.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and that's cool too. We have some models that like some agents requested that it calls the lead for them and is like, hey, our senior representative is ready for you, right? A senior representative is ready for you for our appointment. I'm going to go ahead and send him a notification to give you a call. Are you ready? And then they'll say, yeah, boom, they call them. Even if they say no, the agent still calls them,
Yeah,
but it gives them more so like a reminder, you know?
yeah. Exactly. And you also have a not interested nurturing. I'm not sure like what you're planning to do on that side, but you plan to make YouTube videos like to nurture whoever is not interested, and the AI will send it to them automatically and take the responses.
Yeah, so it's just like anything else. You want some sort of marketing, some sort of nurturing system. And I built out for our agents, like I said, like you were even saying, the best part too is I was an insurance agent as well. So I'm able to build out YouTube videos to fully bring back these leads. And our not interested section, it sends them stuff like Wells. We built out a full video saying how the Rockefellers were able to make millions and millions of dollars just off the waterfall method. Basically, when someone passes away, the money gets sent back to the family, and it ultimately triggers it in the people's mind, like, oh, I need this. Or mortgage protection. If something were to happen to someone that has a mortgage, what would happen to the home? And they're not long videos, but it puts it in the client's brain like, okay, I need this. He sent me this video, they clicked on it, they watched it, and they ultimately need it. And then the AI agent will text them and say, hey, how did you feel about the video? Or would you like to schedule an appointment with one of my agents, with our senior representative? And then it revives them. I've had an agent do that, and he sold 10 policies the same month with that system. Like, he sold more than 10 policies, but we're talking off the not interested section.
Yeah, yeah. That's actually like pretty cool. And I'm sure like we can advance it to a whole new level, like in a year from now or even 2 years.
Yeah, it'll be insane.
Yeah. So today we're gonna do like something crazy that I'm pretty sure no one has built a system like this, right? We're gonna go through the entire process of how the AI actually works in detail. All right. So you mind sharing like a funnel of yours? Maybe, I mean, if you have it. If not, we can just go with the test, but it would be good like for people to see like a funnel where people
Yeah,
click in. Yeah.
absolutely. Let me share my screen really quick.
I'm gonna stop sharing so you can just share.
Cool. Let me go in here and we'll go. Bear with me. Maximize this.
Yeah, yeah.
So we'll go in here. We have multiple funnels. So let's do like an IUL one.
Yeah.
And so right here is one of our funnels. Right.
Yeah.
This is a little one here. And it just asks questions like, do you have
It's not sharing, I believe. Is it sharing?
on
Yeah,
my end it is.
yeah, it's okay.
Okay. So yeah, a funnel like this. This is essentially a survey. We have multiple different ones. We have one-time password ones that we it's just all dependent on our clients as well. But this is one that we throw up. And so, do you have any current retirement plans, currently monthly savings? You answer all these questions here. Date of birth, right? And then you input your first last name, and then it goes through and you're able to schedule an appointment manually. And of course, the AI doesn't fire off if you schedule the appointment manually.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
But here,
I'm just gonna give a brief overview on this. Guys, if the lead books the appointment manually, the AI is not gonna call them. But if they just submit the form but they don't book, then the AI will call them. And the transition would be, I would say, in a month, maybe the AI will do everything fully, right? We don't want them to do anything manually. Like, people respond better on phone. We don't want them to go through a long process of like booking an appointment, correct?
right,
Right.
right.
After we get the details, we've built an automation here. As you saw in the first step, the form is submitted. The AI collects their lead, sends them an SMS, and then basically makes the call here. Oh, I'm not sharing my screen, am I?
Go ahead.
I'm gonna share the screen. Okay. So as you saw on the previous workflow, guys, the AI is basically gonna go through this workflow of form submitted, then it sends them an SMS and it starts the call now. So how does this look? We've built a fully automated step that retrieves all the data from the person. Maybe, for example, Hector has had the client before and you have some information from them, right, Hector? Maybe, for example, their monthly income or What's the reason? I mean, for the mortgage, maybe they're a previous client. So the AI checks everything before it makes the call. Like, is it a previous client or is it a new client? And then through all this process, it's just gathering data and organizing it. And in here, it triggers the call. Okay. And so this is the step that has access to your client's calendar, Hector. Like you use the same step for every calendar, right? So
Right.
the AI basically checks the calendar here when I ask for a booking, of course. And you can see we have a trained model that is formatting the date. So guys, this is difficult. It's not something easy. We have to format the date in a way that Google Calendar can actually retrieve. And you can see we've done like a lot of stuff here. And after everything is done, it checks the calendar on your client, basically, Hector. And depends on the time zone, which is, of course, Eastern for all your clients. But for international, the model could be trained to ask for a time zone. And that makes it very easy. And as you can see, it has two suggestions. If it's available, it's going to tell you that it's available. And the AI will say it's available and it's going to book it. And if it's not available, it's going to tell you, hey, sorry, the timing is not available. Let's come up with a time that is available, right? And on the next process, so after the actual call is done, the AI will analyze the entire transcript of the call. And it's going to match it with the contact. Like with all the details we have from the contact, so far it's going to match it, the AI. And after everything is done, so guys, hope you pick up the phone when Hector's AI calls you. If you don't, it's going to call you back in 5 days and up to 10 times. And you can see we have a not picked up status here. And until you pick up, like it's going to call you in a sequence. Yeah. And you can see in case someone picks up the phone, but they have objections. So you can see, Hector, here, the AI will analyze the objections. Like, what are the objections? Like the transfer of a person selling insurance, okay? So it will analyze every objection. And the client details. In here, we're going to collect details from the client. Like if they say any specific information that we need, it's going to collect it. And what do you see, Hector? Do you deal with any of this? You just see the report.
Yeah, I just see the report.
So I don't know, like how much easier it could get. Like all you have to do is come up at the end of the day and check a report. How many bookings you have, how many people are not interested, and if they're not interested, what are their objections? So you can actually like tell your insurance agent, the people you're dealing with are having some objections and we need to fix them.
Yeah. So, I mean, the objections, there's not that many when someone's clicking on it, but they'll say like, oh, I'm not available. Well, the way we have it set up, it'll figure out a time that it is available. And then if it asks like, what is the price? We have that set up to where it's like, well, everybody's situation is unique. We recommend that you schedule an appointment. And then it goes off and basically gives them two options, right? And says, would morning or afternoon work best? And then gives them two times after they answer that. And then it schedules them in for the appointment. And
Yeah.
so.
And this is actually where the booking happens. So the AI will check, and you can see, guys, these are all like trained models. It took us a long time to develop, but we're formatting basically the model to give a right format for the Google Calendar to basically do the booking. And after it's all finished, it's going to book a meeting in Google Calendar, which of course is connected to your CRM, Hector, your client CRM, basically everyone. And whatever is booked on Google Calendar, they get to see it on the CRM. And it's pretty easy to use. Like the client can see their contacts, their bookings, and track everything.
Absolutely.
Yeah, pretty easy. And I would say on the last part, okay. So guys, we have an SMS sequence. So on a lot of the parts, for example, on the call, if they're not interested or if they don't even pick up, we're also sending them SMS. So if they don't pick up, we tell them, hey, this is Sarah, for example, from X company. We just called you regarding the life insurance request yet, and you didn't pick up. And the AI sends them an SMS, right? And you have designed like multiple SMS sequences on each step. So basically, here the AI will start to talk to them using like the train model we've done. And the SMS bot, which is the same model you just saw we talked to, right? The same model will try to get you to book a meeting. Some people may be more comfortable, with SMS.
Yeah.
So the main point is the system is fully automated. Like your main focus now is just driving traffic towards the funnel, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it makes it much easier. Like you have one trained model, you don't have to backtest with training people, like bringing them on board. You just use the same trained model that you've gained like over years of experience in the insurance industry, and use it for your
Yeah.
clients.
Yeah, and we built out multiple models just depending on what the client is selling. Like we spent hours and hours and hours. Like me and you, like we were on Zoom and on Google
Yeah,
Meet for I don't know how long training these models because we wanted them to be perfect. We want our agents to have over 30 qualified appointments every single month, and we want our agents to be making over $50,000 every single month. So we spend hours doing this, and all we have to do is of a click of a button, either change the language, change which model it is, and the agent's happy at the end of the day.
and we spent a lot of time initially, like I don't know if you remember it well, like listening to every single conversation, and we updated it.
Yeah. A
And
lot of money was spent on the ads too because we ran the ads for ourselves and then had to do it because
yeah,
we didn't want one of our agents to be a test dummy.
yeah, and this is like the final version. So guys, like if you're an insurance agent and you're not working with Hector, I mean, you literally should. This is the best AI system so far. We've rebuilt it like 5, 6 times to make it the best model. When does it transfer the call? When does it like book an appointment? And as Hector mentioned, today or tomorrow like is the best suggestion. Like if we make it 3 or 4 days, the most likely like the conversion rate will be much less. Yeah.
Absolutely. Because they forget, people forget all the time, just like you probably don't remember what you had for breakfast.
Yeah,
So it's one of those things.
exactly. And the model like is doing everything through SMS and calls. So if they don't pick up or they're not interested, the model will do the nurturing. It's gonna call them back, and if they have a meeting and God, like for God's sakes, like if they don't show up to the meeting, the AI will start calling them back. Hey, you did not show up to the meeting. That's very rude of you. It's kind of funny, and but it works really well. And
Yeah.
people usually apologize. Sorry, we missed it. We forgot. And
Yeah.
I guess that explains the entire model.
Yeah. Very
Anything you
solid
want to add?
model. No, very solid model. It takes the work out of the insurance agents. I mean, it helps agents get over 30 qualified appointments every single month. The way that it's built out, I've used it myself. I have over 168 insurance agents using it right now. And so my average agent, and I say this, everybody asks this question. What is your worst agent doing? My worst agent is doing, and these are all metrics that are tracked. My worst agent is doing $15,000 a month off of this model, right? Just because we install it to every insurance agent, because I know the struggles the insurance agents face. They have families, they still want to have a life. This helps out so much in terms of pulling them out of the business, and they actually get to focus on the things that they want to focus on, such as recruiting, building, and spending time with their family.
Yep. And basically, the system you just saw, they don't have to deal with anything, right? So after they
Yeah.
work with you, all they have to do is just basically sign a contract, and everything will be ready.
They just sell and make $50,000 a month. That's it.
Yeah, you run the ads, and the AI does everything on the back end.
Exactly.
Yeah, perfect. I guess that explains everything, and it was really great having you, Hector. I know we have a time difference. I'm in Dubai, and Hector is in the US, so we kind of manage the time, and it's a Sunday as well.
Absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah.
man. We'll continue to crush it, continue to get results, man. I really appreciate all the help you've been.
Good. Great having you. Have a nice day, and see you soon.